What do you think makes a DJ a good DJ?
Wow. Can be a lot of different things, I think, depending very much on the context. But I would say adaptability to circumstances.
Yeah. So if the crowd requires Britney Spears, you bring the jams on?
No, let's say like the ability to fit in a certain context and to make people have a nicer experience.
Sure.
Because I think a functional aspect to it that is quite distinct from a performing musician, where I'd really say you do your very personal thing and just that, and that's exactly the way it's supposed to be. And it's not necessarily pleasing to anybody.
Yeah, totally.
But in the DJ's case, I think if you have some sort of like, say like a combination of a musical and a social instinct or something like this, maybe?
I totally agree,
Yeah.
but funny enough, I see very often that DJs define the craft very differently, because there is also these DJs that when it doesn't matter when you book them, for which party you book them, they play always the same thing.
Yes.
So I've been to beach parties and there's DJs and you think like, dude, like this is not like 6 a.m. after hour in a dark Berlin basement, you know?
That is true.
But they're just, because their attitude then is like, oh, I'm representing like a certain sound. I'm always playing the same thing. But I totally agree also that, you are supposed to create the perfect soundtrack for the moment. So you are serving the moment,
Exactly.
You're serving the crowd,
Exactly.
right? And not you serving yourself.
And that's quite hard to reconcile for a lot of people. Also, like, I guess, producing music and see themselves as artists, et cetera, perfectly fine, right? Mm-hmm. But it works in a slightly different way than really being on stage in the center of attention.
Yeah.
On the other hand, that's what we're seeing now with the actual development of the DJ as a pop cultural figure,
star.
etc.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
people looking up
Yeah.
or looking at the center of the room to follow what he or she is doing,
that's true.
which is most of the times not so interesting. But
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.